It was the season of the snow moon, January 1993. Arthur Shortbull, a full-blood Lakota and medicine keeper, visited our sacred circle as he did each month. On this visit, he carried with him a stone about half the size of his palm, which he referred to simply as a face stone. He passed it around the circle for each of us to feel. I remember the worn edges and the face that had, over time, lessened in its prominence. He asked each of us what our impressions were of the stone. I could feel that the face in the stone was someone that he either knew or a very special person from his past. The others in the circle felt the same, but none of us knew the significance of the stone. He then went on to tell us what his grandfather and father had told him about it. He told us that only persons of prominence were allowed to possess a face stone, and much care had to be taken for that person to choose the correct stone. He reminded us that all things in nature have a spirit, even the rock people. The stone was chosen carefully for texture, color, and size. The stone was held for a time, so the spirit of the stone could be felt. It was then carried by this person for some time, so the stone and the individual could become one. It was only then that the stone was shaped into what the person needed. Shortbull didn't refer to the stone as an item of barter, but instead it was an item of identification. The example he gave was upon entering the territory of a rival tribe. The stone was given to a designated warrior and carried to the rival's camp. It was to say, for example, "I have entered your territory and have done so in peace." If the stone was returned to the person in one piece, the message was that the rival tribe would allow for this for a short time, and that there was no need for war at that time. If, however, the stone was returned shattered, it was a message that this entrance into their land was not welcome. Another example that Shortbull gave was that the stone was carried to a distant land of his own people to say that he and his band had returned to the area and that a meeting around the council fire was requested. Upon the death of the person who possessed the face stone, the stone was either buried with that person or kept by the family for remembrance and passed on to the next generation. This, my sister, is all that I personally know about the face stone. I hope this little bit of information will be of help to you in your quest for the truth. Your friend and spiritual brother, always, White Bear. Below, I have done my best to draw what I can remember of the stone.